it's Elle, and thank you so much for being here. Today I have a really special video for you. We are going to be talking all about fall, Charlotte Tilbury, Nordstrom launches that happen, and events that are happening in store. So I'm super excited for this video today. So before we do that, hit that subscribe button, give me a little thumbs up, share this with somebody that you think might like it, and let's do it. Alright, so today we are going to be doing a full face. I'm going to be actually doing two looks for you guys, but they're going to be built upon each other. So one's going to be more of a daytime fall look, and another one will be kind of a day to night. So we'll kind of amp it up. But we are doing a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. And I want to thank Nordstrom so much for partnering with me on this video. I feel very blessed because I love Nordstrom. I've been shopping there since I was a very, very little girl. Really exciting things happening with Nordstrom over the next couple of months, and who doesn't love playing with Charlotte Tilbury? So let's get going. First, we're going to start with Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream. Now, I have no moisturizer on at all. I just have on my regular skincare. Now, this moisturizer is, in my opinion, so perfect for my more aging skin and for the winter months because it has hyaluronic acid in it, so it's really going to plump the skin. It also has light reflecting properties in it, so it has a touch of an illuminizing primer kind of feel to it, but it just feels really luxurious on the skin, and it will really do wonders for all skin types, but for specifically normal to dry skin. It definitely will be plumping up your fine lines. I've actually used this in my kit for probably 2 years now. And that moisturizer also has a peptide complex in it, so it is chock full of great skincare ingredients. And I mean, the packaging is just stunning. How pretty would this be on your vanity? So what I like to do is I like to start with her illuminizing primer. I heard me talk about this so many times. This is her Wonder Glow. It is something that I have talked about for many years. It is actually a staple, again, in my kit for all of my clients. I feel that it adds like a radiance to the skin, but it's not overly dewy. It just adds this kind of brightness, this lit from within, and it just allows any kind of foundation to really do its job and look like skin, which is great for fall because, in my opinion, and where I live, I don't know where you live exactly, but I need all the hydration I can get when we're going into these winter months. So now we're gonna go into foundation. I am going to do my foundation first, but then my concealer last, because we are gonna start building up the eyes, but I wanna let the foundation really sink in and melt in with the skin. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be using her Light Wonder. This is a skin perfecting foundation, but it's more hydrating. It's a very lightweight foundation. And then I'm gonna be combining it with her Magic foundation. This foundation comes in a lot of different shades, and basically what it is more of a normal to matte finish. And so to make it really kind of skin-like and glowy for my skin type, I like to combine it with the Wonder Glow foundation. I do wear this on its own. I will take just a little bit of the Light Wonder foundation, and I am in number 5. It doesn't really matter. This is fantastic for my skin tone as we speak. And I'm going to add this just in the center of the face and kind of press it out to the outside corners of the face. You can see it's really, really beautiful. It also has skin loving ingredients in it, so we're just adding layers and layers of hydration and skincare benefits in one. Look how beautiful that is. You could totally wear this on its own. This would be fantastic for the winter months. But now I'm going to go into the Magic foundation. I'm in number 3.5, and I'm going to take it on my beauty sponge. And what I do with this foundation is, how I use it is I actually use a very light layer in the center of the face where I want the skin to be a little bit more mattified. Definitely helps kind of blur the pores a little bit and helps keep this area a little bit more matte. It goes on really, really quickly, but this is how I've found that I can really make this foundation work for my skin type, is by adding in several layers of hydration before and then using it very sparingly over the other goodies that we have used. And so the skin will have that. Do you see the natural radiance in the skin right here? Really natural, very radiant. It feels very lightweight on the skin. It feels very hydrated on the skin. But I know that since I've applied a little bit more coverage, it'll stay a little bit more matte. It'll give me, you know, a little bit of help in that coverage area. And like I said, I let it sit so it can do its thing, melt into the skin, and then we'll take the powder and all of that. So let's get into the eyes. All right, so we're gonna start with one of my favorite cream eyeshadows, and this is the Eyes to Mesmerize. And this is in color Bette. It's really creamy, a little bit goes a long way, and it is stunning because it's not too glittery for more aging eyes or mature eyes. And it really is flattering and will help kind of conceal, if you will, some texture and things that we might have on our eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it on a synthetic brush, and I am going to push this all over the bottom half of my lid. You've heard me talk about these a bunch. I love the one by her in Marie Antoinette. Oh, so pretty. And I'm just going to kind of put this on, and then I'm going to feather it up into the crease and above just a little bit. Then I'm going to take my finger and start to push this out. Then I am going to go in with, you can tell this is so loved because it's so tiny. This is her eyeliner, and it is her iconic liquid eye pencil, and it is in this chocolate brown color, which is my favorite for fall. It's very flattering. This is going to be perfect for your daytime party, even work look. And this is something I absolutely love to do, is I will run this pencil along the lash line, and you just want to do it pretty messily. And you want to stop with 1/3 free of the pencil on your eye. So we're just kind of pushing this into that lash line, and we're going to kick this up and making sure this is as saturated as you want it to be. Take your same brush that you have wiped off and start to diffuse this. And you're just going to take the tip of the brush, grounding your hand, and pushing this flick up into your crease. Remember, we don't want to bring it down because that's going to pull our eye down. And if you have a fold here, make sure, like I do, make sure you go over that fold. So now it's a thicker liner, and it's more of that smokier cat liner. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a matte shadow, a very, this is in her beautiful palette. This is in the Sophisticate, and I'm going to take this color right here. And I'm just going to push this along the line that we kind of smoked our cream shadow on, and this is just to blend everything together. We're going to go into this color right here and tap off excess, and I'm going to enhance this outside flick a little bit. By doing it where we're going over the pencil, is that it's really going to reinforce the wearability and the longevity of this eye look. All right, so I curled this eye. You know how I feel about curling your lashes. I think it's essential. I have been dying over this mascara lately. I love the packaging. If you can see, it has some beautiful little eyes and some, you know, beautiful little writing on it. Brush is really beautiful. The formula really separates, and I have been using this for the past week or so, and I have been loving it. I mean, look. It just is so easy and quick to apply. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go finish the other eye, and I'll be right back. All right, so this side is semi-complete. I want to fill you in on what I've done. So I took my same palette, this guy, which is the Sophisticate, and I just ran a little bit of the white shade right here on the inside of my eye, and this really opens up the eye, and we've talked about it a lot. This part can become really dark, and that closes in the eye a lot. And then I have put on concealer on this eye, and I wanted to show you the difference between this eye and this eye. You guys, I have been almost exclusively using Charlotte's new Magic Wand Liquid Concealer. This concealer, they say it's like Spanx for under the eyes. It's definitely more for mature skin because it moves with the skin. Obviously everybody can use this, but it moves with the skin. It doesn't bunch or get cakey, and it actually, for me, I don't have to set this with any type of setting powder, you guys. Sometimes I'll use a finishing powder, which I'll do today just to show you how I like my under eyes. But if you guys hate powder under the eyes, this might be something that you are looking for. I have number 2 and I have number 3, and I'll show you how to use both of them. So this concealer comes in 16 shades. It is a full coverage concealer. It comes with this little padded applicator, and what I do is I just tap, 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 and I kind of pull down a little bit. I do use us a little bit more generously because for me, even though it says it's full coverage, it's not like the most full coverage that I've ever used. Also, a little tip that I don't know if we've ever talked about is take your concealer and go alongside of your nose and along here. This is not really the triangle of light. You don't have to use this much. I'm just trying to show you for, you know, context. This can be a little nose contouring as well. And you can just take your finger and pat this in. I have a tendency to use a beauty blender, but you can use whatever tool you really like. But I would suggest it to be either a beauty sponge or your finger. And it's really as easy as that is. It is so skin-like. I'll come in really close so you guys can see. I have been obsessed with this concealer. Love it. What I like to do with the number 3, which basically matches my skin tone, is I'll go right here. This is a great way to use less foundation, but still be concealed in the areas that you feel you need a little extra coverage. So for me, on my chin, because I have a breakout, usually right here has a little bit of pigmentation. This is definitely supposed to be for hiding pigmentation, dark circles. So if you have dark circles, this would be fantastic. So this is going to be a little bit more coverage than her retouching wand that we talk about a lot. So you can see right there, again, it looks like skin. I'll show you again over here on some of my pigmentation. Again, tapping this in. You can also use your finger, totally cool. And it just really is easy. This is something that will be in your fall bag to touch up with for sure. And then just put a little bit of mascara. So at Nordstrom on November 3rd, there is Mascara Madness. And if you buy 2, you get 1 free, which is fantastic. This is one of those that I would recommend you invest in and just pick up another one. It's so good. So for powder, I know you guys have been asking me over and over again, how do I like this powder? What do you think about it? We're gonna give it a good go. I've used this many times before, so I'll let you know how I like to use it. Again, I just wanna stress, I don't always set the under eyes with anything. For me, it just lasts all day, so you don't have to do this step, but I'm just trying to show you both of the powders. So I have her magic powder, and this is in number 1. It has like a kind of pinky, a very fair undertone to it, and it is for fair complexions. There are 3 shades in this powder. I also have the one that is for the number 3, which is for fair and medium, and it has a really nice yellow undertone to it. So the lightest one has a more peachy or pinky undertone, which makes sense, and then the other ones have a little bit more golden undertones in them. They are really kind of special. They have actually amino acids, so they are skincare focused. They have skincare in all of her products. It's mica based, so no talc. They also have, it's 99% unscented natural raw ingredients, which I thought was really amazing. They also have sabaki oil in it, which is for nourishing and softening the skin. They also have silica in it, which is going to help absorb oil. Now this powder is different from her other powder, her pressed powder. I prefer using this powder on my skin because it does have a luminosity to it, you guys. It is gorgeous. So what I like to do is I like to start with the fairest one. I'm just putting it in here. And what I will do is just make sure that everything is good to go underneath the eyes. And you can also layer the concealer too a couple of times if you want to. And I'll just press this in underneath the eyes ever so slightly. And it does not darken the under eye, which we know from a lot of illuminizing powders that it can do that. This does not darken the under eye, and I love that it has skincare benefits to it. So for me, this brightens the under eye really, really beautifully. I'll get in really close so you guys can see. I'm just going to do a little bit down my nose, and then I'll take the other one, which is the number 2, the medium, and I'll just take a little bit in the lid. And you don't need very much, and I'm just going to, you don't really need to set this foundation either, so if you don't want to set it, you don't have to. But just for longevity reasons, look at that glow that it gives the skin. Really, really good, you guys. Really, really good. Just makes everything look so airbrushed and flawless. I just will come in real close so you guys can see everything, see that under eye. When I tried it the first time, I was like, oh, this is really good. All right, so everything that's left is just a little bit of lip. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I've been rocking this lip like every day. I'm gonna line the lip. This is with the Lip Cheat in Iconic Nude. And then I'm gonna go in her lipstick, which is Kim KW. It is a beautiful daytime nude. And then this, you guys, is a showstopper. This is her Lip Plumper Lip Enhancer. It has hyaluronic acid in it. It's like a lip gloss. Does not tingle at all. It just gives the biggest pout to the lips. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. And that's it for the first look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. The second look's gonna be really, really quick, so bear with me. We're just gonna amp up the eyes a little bit and then change the lip out. Okay, when you are changing a look from day to night, you don't want to do a ton of extra work. You just really want to add some saturation of color to the look and probably a little bit of glitter. Her palettes are really easy to use. You're supposed to start over in this corner. Basically, you're going to go all over the lid in the transition, a little bit more definition in the transition, and then this is your pop of color, which is supposed to be in the middle of your eye, okay? This is a beautiful palette. This is the Dolce Vita. I always go in with a pencil brush when I'm amping up a look. So I'm gonna go into this beautiful shade right here, and I'm going to close my eye, and I am going to go on top of that liner. Make sure you tap off your brush. There's not a lot of fallout with her palettes, which I love. I've talked about that before. Get into that crease, okay? Start to really draw out this crease and this eye shape. I have some videos on how to really lift the eye up, especially when you have a little bit more of a hooded eye like I do, and those will really help you out with placement, and I'll try to put them below. I'm just taking my brush and I'm blending this out. Okay, so you can already see the difference between the two eyes. This one looks a little bit more feline. It looks a little bit more intense. Of course, if you wanted it to be even more intense, you could take this deeper color. You could take this deeper color and go along the lash line. But I am going to take this shade right here, this little highlighty shade. I'm gonna pop it right here in the corner of my eye. I think it looks stunning. These are really, they're not glittery. They definitely are smooth and creamy and great for any kind of texture on the eye. And then I am going to take this shade right here with my finger. I find these shadows work better with my finger. And I'm going to tap this right in the center of the eye. And that's just gonna give it a little bit of something extra pop. It'll be really pretty for a party. I love that. And then I will go in with her eyeliner and make this waterline darker. There we go. And if you have a smaller eye shape, go ahead and use a flesh tone pencil in that eye line, or just do it like this. It's really, really beautiful and very easy to change this over. I will tell you that if you want a very easy eyeliner to use, the liquid eyeliner, hers is fantastic. This is her liquid eyeliner. I'll show you just right on top of this a little bit. You don't have to, but you can just, you know, add this right along the lash line. All right, so the eyes are done. Let's finish up this bad boy with some lips. So I'm going to be using this lip liner in Pillow Talk. It is gorgeous. It matches my normal lip color almost perfectly, which I absolutely love. All right, so now we're gonna go in with a lipstick by her, which is also called Pillow Talk. This is gorgeous and brand new. Okay, so here is the final look. I love this. I feel like her shadows always blend out so beautifully. They're so easy to use. This lipstick probably is going to be on my lips all winter. I absolutely love this. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys are inspired to change your look up for fall, maybe use a little bit richer tones. This eye little glitter right here is so beautiful, and it played great over cream shadow because those cream shadows dry right down. So again, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much to Nordstrom partnering with me on this video. Just so you know, all the products that I've done today, that I've used today, will be listed in the description box for you guys to take a peek at if you would like. And thank you guys again so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, you guys. All right, so thank you so much for staying to the end. I wanted to show you guys, like I promised, in natural light, how the foundation looks, how everything looks on the skin. I think it's just beautiful. I'm super happy with how the foundation works and kind of just how the whole routine ended up. This eye look is very signature, to be honest with you, very signature Charlotte Tilbury. She always rocks a fantastic kind of rock and roll glam eye. I love it. So again, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys try out this stuff. Please comment below. Let me know some of your favorite Charlotte products. And yeah, enjoy. Go into your nearest Nordstrom for some of their events. They have triple points going on right now. Have some amazing events happening, which started yesterday. I will list all of the events that Nordstrom is having in the description box as well, so you guys can get a discount on, and you can talk to some of the amazing ladies at the Charlotte Tilbury counter, and they can help you pick out your shades and all of that good stuff. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you later.